about a month since the launch of Donald Trump's very much hyped Twitter knockoff, Truth Social. Now, what's going on with Truth Social? Has the president been posting like a madman? No, it turns out not so much. In fact, the former president, since his first post on Truth Social on February 15th, he has posted nothing. Now, his first post was, "Get ready, your favorite president will see you soon." And then, nothing. What happened? Where are the truths? I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for Donald Trump to post the truths on Truth Social, and it's just not happening. Now, I thought the Truth Socials, look, again, the truths that are supposed to be like the tweets, I thought they were supposed to be coming. They're supposed to be flowing. But no, not happening. Why? Because Donald Trump has abandoned the app. Maybe that's because it's got a lot of problems, tremendous problems, big problems, and then it's probably a ghost town, honestly. No, when the service went live on February 20th, available only as an iOS app. So if you have an iPhone, that's the only people that are able to access it, people with iPhones. Well, that means, of course, you have to get an iPhone. You have to have an Apple. You can't do it for an Android, or access it on a PC, on a website or browser. And so, look, obviously, if you're not reaching a lot of people, you're not going to do very well, especially as a social media alternative. Now, that said, it's also had a lot of problems, outages, difficulties with sign up, bugs. And apparently nothing's been fixed, or at least nothing's really all that better. And so it's really kind of a disaster. It's sad, baby. They're just not good at the internet.
Internets.
It's just bad, very bad. Just like I said it would be. This is the Trump stakes of social media, or the Trump Airlines, or Trump University, or Trump vodka, or basically anything Trump, really. And that the fact that it's either a failure or a scam, but generally both in this case. And so, look, not only is it a Twitter knockoff, because Trump got mad, he was banned from Twitter, so he decided to make his own Twitter, but with blackjack and hookers. But it's already funded by a blank check special purpose acquisition company. What is that? Basically, what it does is that it's a blank check company that raises money for a public IPO. Now, that public company, which produces nothing and it has nothing, it just collects money. It is then supposed to merge with another company, giving it a lot of funding. So now the company itself is called Digital World Acquisition Corporation. And so it is an SPAC, and the thing about SPACs is that the investors, initial investors, generally have no idea what this SPAC is going to merge with. Generally. Now, some people did find out, some initial investors, and they decided that it was, if it was connected with Trump in any way, that they were going to pull out. Not at all interested. Now, what's interesting, though, is maybe had those people stayed on for a little while at least, they might have actually been doing quite well. Right now, the stock is doing pretty good. Even though after the flurry of downloads when it was announced, the downloads, the amount of downloads has basically slowed to a trickle. But you have the stocks that are still doing incredibly well. And so now the thing is that this SPAC has not closed the deal. It has not done any acquisitions of any other company. And the reason is, for one, it's under investigation. So that's one of the problems, right? Now, assuming that it's no longer under investigation and nothing bad happens, right? Well, even then, the stock value of this company, once the acquisition is made, is expected to plummet. Why? Because that's generally what happens. Investors in a private investment in public equity company, in this case, have actually agreed to buy $1 billion worth of Digital World Acquisition shares that are free to sell when the deal closes immediately. These buyers got to purchase shares at $33.60 or lower if DWAC trades below $56. The PIPE deal hands these preferred investors a minimum of a 40% discount to the market price with no lockup agreement. So what that means is that if you're an initial investor here in the company, you're doing pretty good because you got to buy low and you get to sell high right after it closes the deal. It is your classic pump and dump. So they pump all this money into there, buying low, selling high, and when they dump all that stock, what do you think is going to happen to the value? Gone. Gone. And so now, if you buy, well, I mean, if you came into the game late and didn't get this special deal and you bought high, you're in for a world of pain. But if you're an initial investor, just like a Ponzi scheme or a multi-level marketing scheme. So, you know, you're familiar with the multi-level marketing where, okay, you buy the initial investors. The whole thing is to get people to buy from you. And so if they buy from you and then start their own, so they're buying their product from you and it goes down the chain. You're not really selling anything. You're not really making money unless you're at the top of the pyramid. That's why they call it a pyramid scheme. And that's what this is. This SPAC is a pyramid scheme. So look, everybody who bought early knows this and stayed. They don't really believe that this company is going to go anywhere. The social media companies, by the way, don't generally make a lot of money in the first place. And so essentially, what you have is people buying in on the idea that they're going to get in this pump and dump scheme based on celebrity, because there are a lot of Trump supporters that are more than happy to chip in. That said, the app is very limited, has a lot of problems, and as a result is an absolute wasteland. That are, look, honestly, and a lot of these social media companies, by the way, are also so-called free speech ones, are filled with Nazis. So then there's that. So looking at all of this, and the entire purpose behind this was just to raise money and get money for Trump and other investors close to Trump, you can understand why he's not posting a damn thing. Because when the founder of this company, of this social media site, doesn't even care enough to post to it, well, that's when you know it's bad.